Hey yo, what's up guys? Leo here from Leo Forex, back again with another video. So in today's video, as you know, we do this each and every Sunday. Can't miss it. You cannot miss it. So I'm back again giving you a breakdown of the best setups for this week. And today I have something a bit different, but on the usual side or on the lower side. But nonetheless, before we get started, drop a sub, leave a like, and let's get straight into the video. So joining me on the chart, guys, here we have GBP USD. We're looking at the 4-hour time frame, and this is one of the setups that I actually shared last week. And as you can see, I clearly got stopped out with that initial spike. I bought somewhere around this level. I entered around this candle, which now that I reflect, I shouldn't have entered around that level, as my rules do say we wait for price to first consolidate on support before price moves up. So I bought somewhere around that level. As you can see, I barely got stopped out, but it happens, guys. It's a part of the process, it's a part of the game, and it's a common thing. We cannot cry over spilled milk. Anyway, as you can see, these were my targets, and reason being, these are my targets because this is actually the previous highs, where price actually tested this level of resistance multiple times. It tested this level of resistance multiple times. If you look to your left, you will see that it tested 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and it just shows just how strong this level is, because price, each and every time it tested this level, it failed to break above. So what we are looking for, possibly going into this week, I might be looking to re-enter this position, and possibly buy into that level of resistance again. But that's not one of my top setups. One of the top setups that I have going into this week, one of them is actually EURJPY, but this is a setup where I'd advise people to approach with caution, because it is a setup that is a bit risky, I could say. So what we can wait for, it's a very risky setup. I'd advise for people to actually, for traders, to actually wait for this to break above support or resistance, turning it into support before looking for buying opportunities, because this is a very strong level of resistance, and you see this through this wick, this very strong wick projection on the 4-hour time frame. So onto the top setups of the week. So one such setup is AUDJPY. So we'll start on the daily charts, and this is something that I analyzed last week. I remember I shared this analysis last week. Reason being, I saw that price, and at the time price was actually at the high. It was going up and pushing upwards, and I thought to myself, I was like, okay, price doesn't just move up, it doesn't just move in one direction and doesn't fall. Eventually price is going to come back into this level of support and test that. And how did I know it will come back into that level, exactly into that level? By using the Fibonacci retracement tool. And how you use the Fibonacci retracement tool is you pull from the low all the way to the high, and then it will give you 3 golden levels, which should somewhat align with that previous level. Nonetheless, as you can see, we got our 3 levels, which I have to fix mine. Actually, as you saw there, they are not exactly accurate, and that is because I actually did that earlier before price got to its peak. Nonetheless, as you can see, price is respecting that level of support, and now what I'm looking for going into this week is maybe for price to come back into this level, consolidate a bit more, or just show that it respects this level, and then from there we can look for buys. So the next setup that we'll be looking at is NZDJPY. And on NZDJPY, we have something very similar. to AUDJPY. And what that is a pullback opportunity. And here it's a very clean one. It's cleaner than it is on AUDJPY actually. So as you can see, what price did here, it pushed all the way up, broke through this level of support. And I remember 2 weeks back, I caught this initial smaller breakout. I bought right there at the level and took profit somewhere about before the peak actually. And now what I'm seeing again is now, so just so I can explain to you guys what happens in the markets. In the market, there's always a minor retest, which would explain this small retest, minor retest. And then there's always also a major retest, which is what price is currently doing. This is price actually confirming that it recognizes that level as a level of strong support. So it's respecting that previous level, coming back. Now what we're looking for into that level, as we do in an uptrend, we're looking for buy opportunities. And ideally what I'd look for here is I'd look for price to come back into this level, consolidate again, and then continue to the upside, maybe knocking out those previous highs while at it. The next setup that we'll be looking at is GBPJPY. And GBPJPY, much like the other 2 setups that I've shared with you, is it did something very similar to the other 2 setups. It did something very similar, which is 1, it broke above this level, had a minor retest, pushed to the upside. Now it's coming back for a major retest. Now what we can look for on this major retest again is a buy to the previous highs. As price, this is just how price moves. These are the phases of the market, and this is how we trade with the trend. So going down onto the 4-hour time frame, what we are looking for, we're looking for price to actually pull back deeper into this level, probably deeper into this level before looking for buy opportunities. And that may happen between the days Tuesday, Wednesday. It may give us that setup, maybe even Thursday. The next setup again is EURJPY. And on EURJPY, much like the other 3 setups that I've shared with you, is you see that price clearly is in an uptrend. First of all, price is clearly in an uptrend, and price is now currently coming back for its pullback, and it's retesting the previous level of resistance, now turned into support before continuing to the upside. I would think that price would push into the previous highs, which are these highs, actually the previous significant highs on the daily time frame. So let's hop down onto the 4-hour time frame just to show you what I'll be looking for on the 4-hour time frame. Much like GBPJPY, what I'll be looking for here, a retest into support before actually looking for buy opportunities to the upside. Next setup is CADJPY. CADJPY is the next setup that we'll be looking at. Okay, similar to the other 4 setups that I've shared with you today, it's the same story, and the reason being, pairs that have the same kind of currency pair or same kind of base tend to move the same way. So for example, EURUSD, GBPUSD, those pairs move the same way. They correlate with each other, and I generally trade pairs that actually correlate with each other, because that helps me as a trader get more setups, because some pairs will be faster than others, and that stops me from actually losing more setups and helps me get setups on or in the market actually. So as you can see here, what price did, much like the other 2 pairs, pushed up, but this time we didn't get that minor retest. And then price is now coming back for that major retest before continuing to the upside. So let me show you again on the 4-hour time frame what I'm looking at or looking for. So on the 4-hour time frame, what I'm looking for price to come back, test this level again, and then as you can see, it actually wants to come back to test this level before looking for buy opportunities all the way to the upside. We can hold further than these highs because price is in a major uptrend, a daily uptrend, which is a very strong uptrend. So we can hold past these highs right here and actually hold further than that. But it all depends on your strategy, and I'm one person who sticks to my strategy. The pair that we'll be looking at, which I'm currently holding a position in. And I told you last week, I shared the setup last week, and I think when I did share the setup, price was around this level and had just broken out above this level of resistance, and now it started buying. I said, for one, personally, I would not buy this because I'm buying into resistance. Instead, what I'm going to wait for, I'm going to wait for price to pull back into this level of resistance before pushing to the downside. And yes, I've done exactly that. So whatever setup that I share, I'm not misleading you. I'm actually taking those setups myself. So I'm not misleading anyone in any way, shape, or form. Let me just fix this and color it the right way. As you can see there, that's exactly what I did. So hopefully price does not take me out as it did on GBP USD, because those are the only two setups that I took last week. And as you can see, price is currently consolidating at this level of resistance. Hopefully price from here, it actually drops all the way down into my take profits, giving me a good position for the week. Anyway, guys, those are the only setups I have for you this week. These are the best setups that I've chosen from my list, my personal list of pairs that I trade. So if you have not subscribed, please subscribe, comment, drop a like, and until next time, guys, thank you for watching. I really appreciate the support. Until next time.